Hi everyone, and welcome to my tutorial on how to make a crochet version of the yellow guy from Don't Hug Me I'm Scared. For this you are going to need double knit wool in white, light blue, yellow, orange, teal and black, pins, scissors, a 4mm hook, a wool needle, a stitch marker and an optional item of a wire brush for the hair. Starting off with part 1, the legs. Using black wool, for round 1 you'll do 6 single crochets into a magic ring. For round 2 you'll do 6 increases, leaving you with 12 single crochets. For round 3, it's 12 single crochets all the way around. From rounds 4 to 5, you'll change to yellow and do 12 single crochets all the way around. Then for rounds 6 to 7, you'll change to blue wool and do 12 single crochets all the way around. You'll make 2 of these legs, and for the first leg you'll slip stitch and fasten off, but you will not slip stitch and fasten off for the second leg. Moving on to part 2, the body. To start off with, you'll do 2 single crochets through both of the legs, attaching them together. Then you'll do 1 single crochet along, and that'll be the start of your round, so this is where you'll add in the stitch marker. Then starting off with round 1 of the body, you'll do 26 single crochets all the way around both legs. Then for round 2, you'll do 11 single crochets and 1 decrease 2 times, leaving you with 24 single crochets. For round 3, you'll do 10 single crochets and 1 decrease 2 times, leaving you with 22 single crochets. For round 4, you'll do 9 single crochets and 1 decrease 2 times, leaving you with 20 single crochets. For round 5, you'll do 20 single crochets all the way around. For round 6, you'll do 8 single crochets and 1 decrease 2 times, leaving you with 18 single crochets. For round 7, you'll do 18 single crochets all the way around. For round 8, you'll do 7 single crochets and 1 decrease 2 times, leaving you with 16 single crochets. Then from rounds 9 to 11, you'll do 16 single crochets all the way around. For round 12, you'll do 6 single crochets and 1 decrease 2 times, leaving you with 14 single crochets. For round 13, you'll do 5 single crochets and 1 decrease 2 times, leaving you with 12 single crochets. And then you'll pause here to stuff the body and legs until they feel firm. Then for round 14, you'll do 12 single crochets all the way around. For rounds 15 and 16, you'll change to yellow and do 12 single crochets all the way around. For round 17, you'll do 1 single crochet and 1 increase 6 times, leaving you with 18 single crochets. For round 18, you'll do 2 single crochets and 1 increase 6 times, leaving you with 24 single crochets. For round 19, you'll do 24 single crochets all the way around. For round 20, you'll do 3 single crochets and 1 increase 6 times, leaving you with 30 single crochets. For round 21, you'll do 4 single crochets and 1 increase 6 times, leaving you with 36 single crochets. From rounds 22 to 27, you'll do 36 single crochets all the way around. I recommend that you pause here to complete rounds 22 to 27. Coming back with round 28, you'll do 4 single crochets and 1 decrease 6 times, leaving you with 30 single crochets. For round 29, you'll do 3 single crochets and 1 decrease 6 times, leaving you with 24 single crochets. For round 30, you'll do 2 single crochets and 1 decrease 6 times, leaving you with 18 single crochets. Then you'll pause here to stuff the head until it feels firm. Then for round 31, you'll do 1 single crochet and 1 decrease 6 times, leaving you with 12 single crochets. And finally for round 32, it's 6 decreases, leaving you with 6 single crochets. Then you'll slip stitch and leave a long tail, and then using a wool needle you'll sew up the hole. Part 3, the arms. Using yellow wool, for round 1 you'll do 6 single crochets into a magic ring. For round 2, you'll do 2 single crochets and 1 increase 2 times, leaving you with 8 single crochets. Then from rounds 3 to 10, you'll do 8 single crochets all the way around. When you finish round 10, you'll do 4 single crochets across the top of the arm to close it up. Then you'll slip stitch and leave a long tail to sew onto the body, and remember to make 2 of these. Part 4, the ears. Using yellow wool, for round 1 you'll do 6 single crochets into a magic ring. For round 2, you'll do 6 increases, leaving you with 12 single crochets. Then you'll fold the ear in half and single crochet it together. Then leave a long tail so we can sew it onto the head, and remember to make 2 of these. Part 5, the nose. Using orange wool, for round 1 you'll do 6 single crochets into a magic ring. For round 2, you'll do 1 single crochet and 1 increase 3 times, leaving you with 9 single crochets. From rounds 3 to 4, you'll do 9 single crochets all the way around. Then you'll slip stitch and leave a long tail to sew onto the head. Part 6, the eyes. Using white wool, for round 1 you'll do 6 single crochets into a magic ring. Then from rounds 2 to 3 you'll do 6 single crochets all the way around. Then you'll slip stitch and leave a long tail to sew onto the head, and remember to make 2 of these. Part 7, assembling. You'll add a little bit more stuffing into the nose, and then you'll sew it onto the centre of the face. Then you'll sew the eyes next to each other just above the nose. Then sew the ears to either side of the head in line with the eyes and nose. Then finally sew the arms onto the body just below the start of the neck. Part 8. The hair. You'll start by making 40 to 60 15cm long strands of teal or blue hair. Then using the hook, you'll thread them through the head like a mohawk style and secure them. Then as an optional round, you can use the wire brush to brush out the hair and then cut it to style, or you can just cut the strands of wool a little bit shorter. And finally, the final part, part 9, the details. Using the light blue wool and a wool needle, you'll add a D onto the chest. Then using black wool and a wool needle, you'll add the mouth and the pupils onto the face. And now you're all finished. So thank you for watching, and please remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel, as I'll be uploading new crochet tutorials weekly. If you have any ideas for crochet patterns or crochet tutorials you would like me to make, I'm always open to suggestions if you just leave a comment down below.